Hey Sagittarius, here's your random reading, and then I'm gonna take some time for myself. How are y'all? Good, I hope. Um, I hope everybody watches the live reading because I did some eclipse messages in there, and yes, I mean it is dealing with relationships. It is. Um, but of course, look to what house you have Libra in. That will give you more information. So, what are we doing today? It's Spiritual Saturday. So, we're going to do your spirit guide messages today. Yes, Sag, let's do it because you have a spirit guide who has a message for you. And, you know, just saying. Sorry, I feel like this energy is starting to go a little wonky and starting to drive me a little crazy. So, yeah, well, it happens. So in terms of the overall energy for this message is to the sea and co-create. Um, which, this is the second time I've done this reading, and you may kind of be in your feelings, or just feeling I don't know, to the sea is like it's like going with the flow, and trying not to get in your feelings just, especially if things are slow, right? If things are slow for you. And this does feel like about your road, whatever it is you're trying to create, they're telling you to just flow with it. Maybe take it easy, maybe, focus a little extra time on self-care, and this definitely is about what you're trying to build. And it's really interesting because co-create is about what we create with others. It definitely is. And it really feels like the universe is sending you help, honestly. And that may be hard to see at this point. But they're also telling you to like look at the lessons, right? And let peace come in, because the owl, of course, represents new beginnings and the future, and peace is here, and it's kind of like, don't be in a rush, Sag, you know don't be in a rush, and just know that the right people will show up for you along your journey, because we are kind of dealing with this energy. And eclipses are a big deal, but there's nothing for us to do, and I don't feel like there, in this current space and time, there isn't anything for you to do. So maybe there's stagnancy in what you've been trying to create, but maybe it's just about, taking things easy, because we're still taking in lessons. We're still in this energy of completion, and just know that new beginnings are on the horizon and peace is here, Sag. Be at peace, right? So who is the spirit guide trying to send you messages? um, this could be different for everyone, so I'm going to take the energies of these cards and translate them. Because yes, we are seeing Leo and Capricorn, so this person could be a Leo or a Capricorn for sure. Definitely though, I'm feeling like a happy person. you know um but definitely someone really focused on doing the right thing. Okay, that's Capricorn energy. I know for me, I actually have a grandmother who was a Leo. Um so take that as it resonates, because the sun definitely represents a family member, which, typically, actually, technically, in tarot, the sun represents specifically children, right? But I actually feel like this could just be a family member, someone who probably worked a lot and probably was very sensible, very much about rules, very much about, doing the right thing. Saturn energy, right? This could be someone who very much overworked, for sure, but was happy, definitely a sense of being happy. So, if that isn't you, that doesn't mean that your spirit guide isn't represented here. Because we all have spirit guides, and some of them are relatives, some of them are not relatives, some of them are versions of ourselves, and it is Satyrian energy, right? So, this definitely is about lessons on some level, but just know that spirit guides, you might not even know them, you know, but this is the essence of these spirit guides, being about happiness and actually enjoying the process. um how doing the right thing, it leads to achievement. Even though it's the devil is also very much a power card. It is very much, and with the sun, I'm kind of really feeling like it's about even enjoying the struggles, but Saturn is the fixer. It is about the long lessons of doing the right thing. So take that as that resonates for you, but there's a lot of Leo energy here. So particularly if you had a Leo in your life that passed, you definitely would be feeling this energy. So I feel like the message here, Sag, is to keep going. It is to keep going. Like, because we're seeing strength in the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like, particularly when it comes to stability, right? Keep working. You probably have been working hard to try and create something for yourself, and maybe it seems really slow. But, and it could have been problems that there were to overcome, definitely, because we always have challenges, right? We always have challenges. But with the Eight of Pentacles, it's also, and what I was hearing was that your spirit guides, you're going to be learning a new skill, is what I'm feeling. And this skill is going to help you to overcome some issues. It could also be referring to your hard work paying off for sure. And finally seeing some results, because the Three of Cups is here. I swear this really feels like a family member. It really does. And every time I look at this Three of Cups, it doesn't really represent what you think it does. Because they don't look happy. Usually Three of Cups is support, right? Usually it is. But you could have been really encountering people being hard on you, or people not really showing up in a supportive way to you, because the Queen of Swords is here with the Six of Wands. And I'm really feeling the cutting off. I feel like this helps you because you are really figuring out who supports you and who doesn't. And with the Six of Wands being here, to be honest with you, Sagittarius has been going through a lot of clearing in the last 2 years. And this is really about being your own support system, you know, and I do feel, how this helps you, Sagittarius, is that yes, I mean, is it sad that sometimes the people who we think should support us aren't showing up in support for us? Yeah, it is, but it's also giving you the information you need towards success. It's kind of like, I have to cut these people off, even though I care about them, so that I can, be on the road to attracting new people. And that's really what it's about. With the Six of Wands, that we get a lot of attention, right? And so they're telling you there's some dead weight to cut off. There may be some dead weight to cut off, Sag. And it may really be like, I don't know, it really feels like just some people in your life that you felt were supposed to be supportive that just were not, And it could be that you were supportive of them, and that's difficult, and it's hard to walk our own road, but there's such determination in the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is Sagittarius. And it's knowing that even if no one shows up to support me, I literally got this, right? Sometimes we got to stand alone, because definitely we're seeing this energy with the Seven of Wands showing up too. They're trying to show you who does actually support you and who you need to cut at the knees, right? And this is happening through information that might be difficult, Sag. It might be difficult. And to be honest, yes. Are you going to need to be strong? Yes. Because you got something to protect here. Because you have something to protect, something you've been working really hard on. And so that matters. Am I right? Yes, of course I am. Of course I am. And your actions are Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Just move forward to what is good for you. Let it be about what is good for you, what supports you emotionally. And this reminds me so much, because of course the Queen of Cups has all her emotions under control. She definitely has emotional maturity, right? And she definitely has the love she needs right here, but it comes from a place of self-love. This is connected to her. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but the cord to the cup is connected to her. And so it's really telling you to don't worry about making anyone support you. Worry about feeding yourself. With the Queen of Cups, we're being called to care for ourselves, care for what's good for ourselves. And so I feel like there's definitely this energy of like, yeah, it hurts. It hurts to have to move on. It definitely does. But at the same time, asking yourself the question, how is this loving me? Is this loving me? And I feel like you just are moving on from anything that isn't. Because there's a lot of self-care here, Sag. A lot of self-care. This is about you, and it's okay that it's about you. It does not make you selfish, and, actions, then we're seeing Seven of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, it's important, and that's what you need to know, is that this information that's being given to you about who is not supportive to you is important for you to know, so you know how to move in a way that is best for you, not for anyone else. And the actions you need to take is you need to definitely be about your boundaries. I talked about this earlier today. But also to protect what you have achieved already, what you have built already, and really, really standing on your truth, right? And making sure that you're fortified. Like, this is all being called in, so no one can take what you have. No one can take what you have. No one can take what you've built. It is yours. It is yours, Sag. Wow, okay. And on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. What? The Fool. The Nine of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. Like, you're definitely moving towards your dream. You're moving towards your dream, Sagittarius. Knight of Wands tells you that there's going to be an opportunity in which you're going to have to act. It may seem a little risky, so you may be a little iffy about it. At some point, you're going to have to take a chance. But the truth is that you're going to know when the time is. And in the meantime, just be ready for it. Just be ready for it. Don't hold back once it comes in. And that might be difficult because you've been in this mode where you've kind of moved slowly in things, planted seeds, doing the right thing. And maybe that came out of a fear of definitely not wanting to lose anything you have. But they want you to also believe that it's not always going to be that way. That with the Knight of Cups, that dream is coming in. That dream is coming in. And so you're really going to need, it's really interesting because now you're being called to really not allow yourself to get distracted from the plan. Don't allow yourself to get distracted from the future because it's all turning around for you. 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Like there might be this tendency because things have been challenging to not believe it. But they want you to believe it. Believe it and don't hesitate, Sag. Because you are the Queen of Wands and you are unstoppable. Okay. So let's get some final words. And what the Queen of Wands always tells us, if you haven't heard this from me a million times, is that they don't need to know everything. I will learn as I go. So even if you don't know everything, Sag, don't let that stop you. You know, because with the 7 of Cups, that can be being distracted by too many choices, right? Don't let that stop you from going into your future. You know, don't let it stop you. And definitely don't let other people confuse you. And I don't know where that came from, but, you know, don't let anybody else confuse you from where you're trying to go. Or stop you. I feel like that's part of it too. Don't let anyone stop you with like what can go wrong. You know what I mean? Because with the 3 of Wands, sometimes there's a delay. You know, but the truth is there's not a delay. There's not a delay because the Queen of Wands is here. The what ifs don't apply to the Queen of Wands because she knows everything will work out. It just will. So some final words for Sagittarius. Final words for Sagittarius. A child's love. This may have to do, this is about the love between a parent and a child. So I don't know if you had a child that passed, this definitely might be from them. But I feel like this is also telling you to move in the energy of a child too. Any final words for Sagittarius? Or you could have a child coming. Synchronicity. Oh my gosh. So if you start seeing children, I feel like that might be a sign for you. Now, we always see children, right? We always see children. But this has something to do like especially in dreams, if you start dreaming about a child or start hearing music that has to do with a child, I feel like that might be a sign. Because you're being sent hope. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out. If they see you're at a low point, whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific, there is always hope. They're sending you something, and it may be a song, a dream, something referring to a child, and that is actually a synchronicity. That is your sign that things are about to get better. Wow, okay, Sag. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Toodles.